y'all? It's your friendly neighborhood panda here, back with my main man, DJ.
Hey, everyone!
And we are on the 4th song of the Wisdom Saga for Epic the Musical. And y'all, we have been running through these in the Wisdom Saga, like, really quickly. I don't know if it's just that they're just such bangers, or that they really are kind of fast and just upbeat. But it seems like we are barreling towards something.
Yeah, and it's really, really cool because, like, we've been following Odysseus and his story for so long that for them to come into this saga and us be getting all of Telemachus' story and just focus on him and focus on that side of things. We haven't even gotten a proper mention of what's happening with Odysseus at the moment. It's just been all that. It's been a nice kind of refresh and a step away. It's almost like the beach episode of a show that you've been watching for ages where they have that nice little break.
Right.
And yeah, it's just been a nice kind of refresh in that way. And all of the songs have been fire.
Absolutely. And I mean, they are showing off with their vocals for sure.
Oh, big time.
We decided to do, from a suggestion, this is a new animatic artist called, I'm probably going to get this wrong, Brit Pal Pixel.
Yes.
We want to get as many artists out there, exposure to you guys to see, so they can get all their talent recognized. But we were looking through it just to get our aspect ratios and things all correct, and this is going to be an interesting art style. It looks very detailed.
Yeah. I was going to say, for an animatic, like there's animatic and then there's like full animation, and this looks like it's its own animation done in a really unique art style. Like it's advanced, so I'm so keen to see what happens with it. Yep.
All right, enough waffling. Let's see what happens in this one.
Let's go.
Old friend, it's been 10 years since I last saw you.
Damn.
Remember me? I am the infamous Odysseus!
Okay.
Ruthlessness is mercy upon the sin. Song of past romance, I see the we won't take more suffering from you. Drown in your sorrow and fears.
Captain, I have to see her. But we'll die. I know.
Odysseus.
Okay, I love that. Okay, that reminds me of DJ's currently reacting to Supernatural, the TV show, and a lot of times at the beginning they have a recap.
Yep.
And it shows rapid fire of things that are pertinent to whatever's going on now, but of what has happened in past episodes. And this feels very reminiscent of that. But it is very quick that she's going through these things, like she's dismissing them really quickly.
Yeah, and it feels like I get the feeling this is going to be where we're going to go back to Odysseus now, because we've had this saga be 3 songs of, like I said, of Telemachus and Athena meeting Telemachus, and in the last one we kind of got her reasoning behind what she's doing. Now we're getting her recapping everything Odysseus has done to kind of put us back in the mind frame of, remember, this is everything that's happened with Odysseus so far, and now here we go. Like, this, as the way that this scene here is done is as much, yes, it could be used in a stage musical and be brilliant. It could just as easily be used if this was going to be released as like a musical weekly episodic TV show to bring it back as a refresher of, all right, and now back to our regularly scheduled programming of Odysseus. And I love how they tie that in. All those flashes of those songs worked so freaking well.
And they pick up your ears because they are so recognizable that I remember that moment. And so it brings through we are emotionally reset.
Absolutely. And can I just say, the way that they have done the art for Athena in this, she looks badass. She looks terrifying and awesome.
Yeah, she looks much more somber, much more her age. She looks like an ancient goddess that has been on, since before the beginning.
Yeah, she's giving me both warrior queen and at the same time like Raven Queen and like this kind of dark sorceress vibes almost. But yeah, it's just really, really cool.
Odysseus, where did you go?
Morning, sleepyhead, you've been resting for a while. I swore that you were dead when you washed up on my aisle. Did you know you talk in your sleep? Tell me though, who's Penelope?
She's my wife.
Anyways, I've got all you could.
I like that little pause. Like, I love that little pause. Like, she's my wife. Oh.
Anyway,
Anyway. I love that.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know why you'd wake him up being like, who's Penelope? But taking that aside, I can see why she's quick. We've drawn Odysseus as Zaddy here.
Woo!
Like, my man is looking Winter Soldier built like a brick house. Tasty.
Winter Soldier built like Captain America, basically.
Yeah. With a sprinkling of Thor. And yeah, so I can understand her being like, so you got a girlfriend? Straight away. Like, my island's got all you can want. Forget about Penelope. But we know he's not going to do that. But I'm curious as to who this is. I don't think she's as nice and friendly as what she's seeming, because no one ever is in this musical.
Anyways, I've got all you could want here, all you could need here. Just you and me, my dear, my love for life. Soon into bed we'll climb and spend our time.
I'm not your man.
I'm what you want here, I'm what you need here. Just you.
Okay, she's like, you're coming on a little strong, sweetie.
Just a little bit. But can we talk about how good the line was there of when we've had as a motif throughout this musical, I'm just a man, and he sings the song, I'm not your man. I love that. We already know Odysseus so far has been like, well, not in the original, but in this, he's been pretty incorruptible in terms of his love for Penelope and wanting to get home. So I don't think this is going to work, whatever you're playing at here, Missy. But at the same, she's just straight away. Soon we'll climb into bed and spend our time.
Right. Like, girl.
He just met you.
Like, do you even know his name?
We love the confidence, though. We love the confidence.
Absolutely.
She did not hesitate for a second. She just went, you're on my island. You're my husband now. Hi. Keen. Like, you do you, girl.
Absolutely.
You're
I'm what you want here, I'm what you need here. Just you and me, my love in paradise. Now till the end of time. From here on out, you're mine. Oh,
no, I could kill you where you stand. I'm no pet, I'm a married man.
oh, handsome, you may try. But last I checked, goddesses can't die.
Oh.
Goddess.
Oh, crap. Not another one. Okay, first of all, I love the smokiness coming through in her voice. And then
Is
he's
this
coming back to
Aphrodite?
I don't think so. I think I know who it is, but I'm going to see if I'm right. And I also love Odysseus, calm down a little bit. The whole I can kill you where you stand. It's not that serious, my buddy. Just calm down.
Well, she's kind of saying she's going to keep him as a sex pet. So he's trying to assert some dominance and be like, hey, you don't own me. I could overpower you. I could kill you. And she's just like, that's cute. Like this is literally, he's trying to say I'm not a pet, and she's trying to say you're about as dangerous to me as one would be. So I don't know who this is, but I'm worried.
We're going to find out.
Die.
Goddess.
You're adorable. Bow down now to the immortal Calypso, here to entertain. But fear
I was right.
not, I bring no pain. Cause we got all we could want here, all we could need here. Under my spell, we're stuck in paradise. No one can come or go. My island stays unknown.
No, I don't belong here. There's something wrong here. I won't be drawn to love in paradise. Not till the end of time. There is no way.
You're mine, all mine.
Hang on a second.
Wait.
Now we know where he's been for 7 years.
Yeah, and it sounds like this might be why Athena couldn't
Find
sense
him?
him or see him for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously she's, I guess, is narrowing it down now, but
All right, I'm a hope you can give this to me, but if not, people can let us know in the comment. I'm gonna need a history lesson here because the only time I've heard the name Calypso mentioned is nothing to do with Greek mythology. The only time I've heard Calypso is, and I'm guessing a lot of people would have guessed as I'm rambling here, Pirates of the Caribbean, which obviously isn't this Calypso. I don't think. So who is she? What kind of god is she? What is, like, she has an island that can't be found?
Right. It's one of those, I think she was kind of like Circe, but she is more, again, of oceans and tides.
Right, so something linked to Poseidon.
Yeah, and she is, in fact, a goddess rather than a high nymph like Circe was.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's all I can remember.
Well, I mean, like, I'm making a lot of assumptions here because I don't know Greek mythology well enough, but the first god that Odysseus really pissed off was Poseidon. So you would think,
right,
you know, after everything Odysseus has done, Zeus destroys his whole crew, can't kill him, but he can hand him over to Poseidon to let Poseidon do what he wants with him, and Poseidon gives him to one of his other children or other, you know, subordinates, if that's who she is. I don't know if just because she's to do with the water and the tides and stuff like that, if that necessarily makes her linked to Poseidon because he's the god of the seas, but you would think so. But that's all assumption. I don't know anything about Greek mythology, but either way, you got to wonder why Zeus has stuck him on this island if that's what he's done, or he might have just washed up here after Zeus destroyed all the ships. But
we don't know.
This next line of this next line of 7 years she kept you. I think it's now because we cut to a thing of Athena looking at it. Yeah, so I'm guessing that this is Athena talking now. But if he was trapped there for 7 years, people were saying before with the Circe section that it was different to the original where he was he was shown as incorruptible there, and some people said that some people say that in the original it was changed, you know, it's several centuries after it was written because it was propaganda against Odysseus and people hate, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
at this point, this is the
There's no real denying the fact if he was there for 7 years and she was saying she wants him for that, you can't really deny that it probably ended up happening. It's like, I would assume it's just an assumption.
Stockholm syndrome.
7 years, and on the first time that he was there, first day he was there when he first became conscious, she was like, "Let's go to bed." You have to assume where it went, but curious as to where this all goes now.
Yeah, because I mean, like I say, whatever happened in the original, we are now on the epic canon.
Yeah, and the other thing I want to mention. The other thing that I want to mention is this song is so well written in the fact that she is singing terrifying, manipulative, creepy things the whole song about, I own you, you're mine, I'm going to play with you the way I want. He's saying, no, no, no. It's creepy. Right. But this song is written in such a happy, swaying, peaceful, island fun vibes that your mind almost goes past that, and that feels like it captures the full vibe. Like, nothing about what Calypso is doing right now is, I'm going to torture you, I'm going to bring you pain, I'm going to hurt you. It's, you're in paradise, and you'll stay here as long as I say you will. And that adds that extra layer of creepiness to it. And the fact they captured that with the fact that it's happy, upbeat, island fun song with horrible, scary lyrics is just so well done.
Well, let's see what Athena thinks and says about that.
Years she's kept you trapped out of your control. Time can take a heavy toll.
Odysseus?
All I hear are screams.
Odie, get away from the ledge.
You don't know what I've gone through. You don't know what I've sacrificed. Every comrade I long knew. Every friend, I saw them die, and all I hear are screams.
It will be fine, dear, come back inside, dear, love of my life, come back to paradise. I know your life's been hard, I'll stay inside your heart.
All I hear are screams.
I love you, my dear, I love our time here. Life would be so much
Just
worse
let
if
me
you
close
had
my
died. Please
eyes.
stay away from harm, stay in my open arms.
The choice, and now they're going into that song.
And it's politics.
The fact that she just reminded him of his trauma by being like, he's in that place where he's like, I can hear them all screaming, I've lost everyone. And she's like, stay in my open arms, when it's like, greet the world with open arms. Oh, that hit the heart.
And it looks like we've skipped a little bit further, so he's been there. They actually have developed a relationship of some kind. We're not quite sure what is on his side because he's still in his PTSD moment right here.
Yeah.
But she's really cares about him, it feels like at this point, and doesn't want him, please do not do this. Come back, you know, it'll be okay. I still love you. We're gonna, you know, it's gonna be okay. Step away from the ledge.
Yeah, and that's the thing with, like, there's no denying it's a bit of emotional abuse going on one way or another. That, like, he doesn't want to be there, she's making him be there. But that doesn't change the fact that in her head, she has the fantasy that it's true love and they're meant to be and soulmates and all that. So she would be, in her own psychotic way, desperate for him to not leave her and leave her all alone and isolated. But he's just a broken guy at this stage. And that's the thing, is that everything we've seen up until this point of Odysseus is him keeping on moving. That the horrors are behind me. If I keep moving forward, they can never catch up. Now he's being made to stand still. He is being made to let those things catch up to him and given no escape from them. And it's too much for him to handle.
Yeah, when you have to stop and think, what does it do? Does it do something like this where you just can't take it anymore? Or are you able to think through it and move on? Well, it sounds like, yeah,
he's not handling it well at all. Let's keep going.
Stay in my open arms.
He needs my help.
Oh my god.
Okay. Interesting.
Number one, like, we already knew she was looking in on him, so she wanted to know what happened. But the fact that, like, he's reached a point where he's so broken and he has no one left, and he's gone back to, like, he saw Athena as a friend, whether she saw him as one or not, he saw it, and he's lost all his other friends and he has no one else. And when he calls out to her, she hears him and she's going to try and help him. I love that. I love that so much.
And I loved what they were doing there with all of the overlapping callbacks to the other songs. It was very light and tinny in the background, so it was much more ethereal than any other callbacks have been. So it is definitely all in his head.
Yeah, but you're getting those big notes from him.
Yes, and it's like that agonizing screaming, and it's like that's the part in a movie where the person is screaming and it's muted.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this song tackled so many heavy things, because it's not just our first real, like, we've had hits of showing what Odysseus has gone through and him not handling it. This is the first time where it's really come across real strong as PTSD, where he is stuck with these thoughts now. And on top of that, you're going to couple that with this kind of just sprinkles, just mentions of 7 years of emotional manipulation and kind of, like, basic, call it what you will. He's trapped there. He doesn't want to be there. She's making him be there. Whether he ends up with Stockholm syndrome or whether he ends up getting used to it, he's still a captive, and it's still an abusive relationship. So it's no wonder he's completely freaking lost it and is now calling out to the only person he has left, and my heart's broken. I don't know where they're going to go to finish this one off, but God, I need Athena to save him.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, I mean, think what you will about the choices that Odysseus has made, the things that have gone wrong, the betrayals that he's had to go undergo. Think what you will about how much of it is his fault, how much does he deserve, whatever. At this moment, I don't think anybody would wish this
No, and
on him.
That's the thing, is that like he's definitely made some bad choices. He's made selfish choices. He's let his hubris take over, and he's let his pride take over, but at the end of the day, he's been again and again just played with by higher powers and stronger forces. And eventually he reached a breaking point, but at first he was just trying to do his best, man. And it's like, there's decisions he's made that have been selfish, but I don't think he's ever done not never done anything, but for the most part, he hasn't acted too much with malice. He just wants to get home, and he's just sick of being used. And yeah, this is the worst kind of punishment for him, not only being locked in a place where he can never get home to his wife, but also locked there, being, having to possibly be unfaithful to his wife, or at least be in this relationship being called love, and being, told he's like her lover for 7 years. Yeah. Rough. Bloody rough.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how this one ends. We have had so many mentions and comments and seen so many people talking about the song God Games. So I can't wait to see how this one ends.
I'm so excited. And again, we repeat it. We are so glad we're doing this all in one lump so that we can get through this, because I don't know if I could make it another week before. I mean, I'm sorry, you guys are going to have to.
Yeah. Sorry,
because
guys.
This is going to come out. Sorry, not sorry. I don't know. But this one is going to come out on my channel. And then God Games will come out on DJ's channel next week. So in the meantime, while you're watching this and everything, check out, this was a new animatic artist called Brit Pal Pixel.
Yes.
Fantastic artist. So go check out their channel, give them likes and kudos, and get their art style out there and get some recognition for their work. Check out the original on Jay's channel. Get his music everywhere, because he is working on trying. His goal is to have this as a stage adaptation, and we need that desperately.
Yes.
Put a like and a comment and subscribe on our YouTube channels. They help us out and get us in the algorithm, and then keep us going so that we can keep putting things out here. Also, one last thing, DJ and I both have a Patreon. Yep, DJ has a ton of cool extras and perks that he offers from his Patreon. I have 2 tiers. I have one tier where you can get behind-the-scenes content, extra features, early releases of things. And then the second tier, you can get a guaranteed monthly request of a song that I cover on the channel. I look at the original of a song, and then I compare and contrast a cover of that song. But if you can't do that, just leave a like, comment, and subscribe on here. Help us out with the algorithm. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.